What is up, posse? My name is Will B. And... something just doesn't feel right. I wonder what it is. Oh! I know what it is! Much better. So, with that being said, Happy New Year, everybody! To celebrate, I'm going to look over the best and worst of 2017 when it comes to films. And I'm going to start off with the best movies. Now, before I begin, I just want to quickly point out, this is just my personal opinion. And if there are any movies that are not on this list that you're thinking, wait, why isn't that on this list? Then there are a few reasons why. One of the main reasons is because I probably didn't see that movie. Or maybe it's because the movie itself didn't really get my interest enough. And I've just been very busy as of late. So, yeah, those are just basically the two main reasons. So I'm basically just going to give my quick thoughts on these movies in general. These are only the movies that I'm definitely going to see more and more often in the future. So with that being said, let's begin. Number 10. The Lego Batman movie. I love Legos. I love Batman. But to see these two come together is a combination that I never thought would be possible. But much to my surprise, this movie delivered. The writing in this movie was fantastic. It had some of the best jokes I've heard, not only in a comic book movie, but in a comedy movie as well. There may be some jokes that may go over some people's heads and they may not get... So, I think this is just mainly made for Batman fans and comic book fans in general. The voice acting, also fantastic as well. Oh, you have Will Arnett, Michael Cera, Rosario Dawson, Ralph Fiennes, and so on and so forth. This is basically what happens when you get a big group of celebrities and you have them come together for one big animated movie. Maybe another movie should learn a thing or two about this. Number 9. Thor Ragnarok. First Thor movie, good. Second Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok? Oh, this movie is on a whole other level. What surprises me the most about this movie is that Thor usually isn't the most marketable character in the MCU. But from the way this movie did with not only critics, but with box office as well, you could tell that they put this hero back on the right track. I even read somewhere that about a good chunk of the dialogue here was improvised, and some of it I can actually believe. Overall, fun movie, maybe a little too much comedy, but it's an enjoyable film nonetheless for superhero fans alike. Number 8. SpiderMan Homecoming. I grew up a huge Spider-Man fan, and I still am to this day. I love all the movies. Well, most of them, either way. Everybody was complaining about some of the flaws that both the original Spider-Man movies had and the Amazing Spider-Man movies had. Some say the original Spider-Man is too geeky and shy, while the Amazing Spider-Man critiques say that this Spider-Man is too cocky and rebellious. This Spider-Man, in my opinion, is a perfect mix of the two. This is my definition of what Spider-Man should be. Tom Holland is absolutely amazing as Peter Parker / Spider-Man, and you can't go wrong with Michael Keaton. This guy has been in Batman and Birdman, and some Academy Award-winning films like Spotlight. Overall, best Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching it more and more as the years go on. Number 7. Get Out. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't have high hopes for Get Out, and I honestly knew nothing about Jordan Peele. But, in the end, this movie actually won me over. It had great horror, great comedy. It was overall well written, very cleverly done. I really enjoyed Jordan Peele, and I'm looking forward to what he does next in the future. Number 6. Blade Runner 2049. The sequel to what many consider to be Ridley Scott's masterpiece. Is it really long? Yes. But is it awesome? Yes! Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford give performances that will be talked about for years to come, and I especially love the cinematography. I loved it in the first Blade Runner, but I love it even more in this one. And the score was absolutely fantastic as well. You have Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfisch teaming up. It is absolutely perfect score. I have it on my phone right now. Ooh, and it is just an absolute blast to listen to every single time. Is it the masterpiece that everybody says it is? Close. It's very close. It has problems, but this is as close to a perfect movie as you can get. And I don't say that for a lot of movies today. Number 5. It. This ended up being one of the biggest surprises of the year in my opinion. Just when it looked like the summer movies were dying, and when September kicked in, one movie kicked off September with a huge bang. It's not a shining armor, and it's not a superhero in spandex. It's instead a killer clown. The acting in this movie is absolutely amazing. I give major props to the director and the casting director. These kids definitely have a future ahead of them. And while I don't think that some of the scares are all that fantastic, there are quite a few that did get me jumping out of my seat. This movie continued to break box office records and did really well with the critics and audiences, and we are now officially getting a sequel which is coming out in 2019, which I am very much looking forward to. Who will they get to play the adult version of the kids? Who knows? We just have to wait and see. But I really enjoyed this movie. I think it will go down as one of the greatest horror movies of all time. If you haven't seen it already, then go ahead and watch it. You will not be sorry. They float. They all float. Number 4. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is an absolute blast. This is the movie that the DC Extended Universe absolutely needed to get back on track, to get ready for Justice League. This movie has some color and some very likable characters as well. It's a bit cartoony at times, but I also feel like that's what makes the movie special, and it really stands out as a comic book movie. And considering that it made $500 million at the box office, that's absolutely insane. This will easily go down as one of the best comic book movies of all time. And with a sequel already being worked on, you can bet that everybody is going to see it. Number 3. Dunkirk. I love Christopher Nolan. He directed one of my favorite trilogies of all time, the Dark Knight trilogy. Making a war film is no easy task because you have to think about the historic accuracy and your target audience of who you want this movie to appease. And Dunkirk, directed by Christopher Nolan, is easily one of the best there ever was. The action was absolutely intense, and it definitely shows how tough war can get. It's kind of like Mad Max Fury Road, where they just jump right into the action, and you get little to no breaks. But I feel like Dunkirk does this better than Mad Max Fury Road because it's dealing with a real-life situation. Christopher Nolan never fails to entertain, and I'm looking forward to what his next movie will be. Number 2. Coco. I absolutely love Disney, I absolutely love Pixar, and I love it too whenever they bring us something new and original, and Coco is definitely that. It has bright colors, memorable characters, and very memorable songs as well. Remember me. Oh, dang it. No, I'm getting worked up again. You're gonna have to give me a minute. This would have to be number 3 on my best Pixar movies of all time list, right above the first Toy Story and Inside Out. It was very heartwarming, charming, and yes, I admit, even very tear-jerking as well. I feel like the DVD should come with, warning, tissues are needed. There are so many good movies that I've seen this year. In fact, I've seen more good movies than bad. But some of them just weren't enough to be put on this list. So, here are some honorable mentions. And the best movie of 2017 is Logan. Logan is, in my opinion, a great example of a perfect movie. It had some high-octane action and some incredibly heartfelt moments. It was just absolutely fantastic. Hugh Jackman knocks it out of the park in his final portrayal of Wolverine, and I really hope he gets an Academy Award nomination for this. And James Mangold, I have a ton of respect for this guy. He portrayed the character of Wolverine in the most accurate way possible. I really want to see what other X-Men movies come out in the future, and I'm really looking forward to see what other adventures they have. Logan will go down in history as not only the best X-Men movie, but possibly the best Marvel movie of all time. Guys, that just about does it for this video. I thank you all for watching. If you did like the video, give this video a big thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe for more content. Next video will be the worst movies of 2017, and I hope you guys enjoy what I've been doing for you guys. So, until next time, see you later, posse.